Welcome to Mic Check Waifu Waifu.
Mic check. Mic check. Waifu, waifu. Tell. Is that you?
Midterms, we here.
This is episode 350 of Mic Check Waifu, waifu. As always, it's brought to you by Patreon. Patreon.com/Mic Check Waifu, waifu is where you can get early access to the video version of this podcast. Is where you can get access to the Patreon exclusive podcast, The After Story. Is where you can get access to the pre-show, which goes live 2 days before this episode airs for everybody else. It's going live a day after because we're recording this on a Monday again because yesterday was Mother's Day and we was all chilling. Anyway, shout out to the Patreon producers that keep the lights on over on patreon.com/Mic Check Waifu Waifu. Explicitly, Ked the Pro from Chaotic Culture Podcast. Happy belated birthday, Ked the Pro. Fear, Semi Sensei, Frozen. T-Money, fingers. Dad Needs to Talk. Check out Dad Needs to Talk podcast. Christian the Archivist, aka Death Scythe. Rob Stone, Matthew H. the Great, and last, but certainly not least, TK does weather meteorology. I don't fucking know. I couldn't think of anything. That's the first thing.
Meteorology was solid.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah. Welcome to the Anime Podcast. It's brought to you every Tuesday at 9:30 a.m. Central Time, where we bring you anime topics and discussion on seasonal anime, as well as movie reviews and reviews in general, and etc. This week, we got a big week for you because we are reviewing a movie that was recommended to TK. We forgot to mention that we were to pick a show last week, but literally the day after I remembered, and BNTL found a movie from one of our Patreon producers, TK. TK gave us a nice list over on our Discord, discord.miccheckwaifu, where you can drop your review recommendations at any time. Doesn't matter when or where or how. We just add them to the list and then we review them. So, for instance, we picked Maquia, When the Promised Flower Blooms. So we will be reviewing that in the second half of the show, with light spoilers. It's not going to be no full spoilers because it's not really that not much there anyway. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Also, this pre-show or the first half of the show. Sorry. We will be discussing the midterm reviews for the spring 2026 anime season. How we feeling so far in the midway point? But before we get into that, what is your episode of the week this week? Week of May 11th.
Okay.
I guess technically May 10th because
I didn't watch any of the stuff that wasn't that just came out today.
Right.
Intentionally to avoid it. Normally I would have watched it. Okay, so this is gonna be different. Nippon Sangoku.
Yeah, that was my episode of the week too.
Really?
Yeah. That was a great episode.
Okay. I didn't think you was gonna agree with that one. But yeah. Nippon Sangoku. It was just everything. Mm-hmm. It hit a lot of everything that I would have wanted. Very well focused. It covered.
It keeps getting better.
It was very strategic, if that makes sense. And it just drew me in for this week. And I hate to say, because ReZero had a really good episode as well.
It always does, though. It's always episode of the week worthy.
Yeah. And obviously, that's our
Yeah, it's the GOAT.
That's our GOAT. But yeah, Nippon Sangoku this week was it for me.
Sweet.
Yours as well?
Yeah. That's mine. That's mine for sure.
Okay.
It keeps getting better. Damon's had a really good episode too, but because Nippon was so good for me too, I'm gonna go with that one as well. No, you know what? Can I pull an audible?
Yes, you can. By all means, brother.
Just so we're not pulling the same thing, but I made friends with the second prettiest girl in my class. Was fucking phenomenal. And the problem is it comes out Tuesday, the day the episode releases. So at the beginning of the week, it tends to get left, by the wayside from all the other good shit we got this season. Midterm, spoilers for the midterms, but the second pretty girl in my class, even though it's not at the midway point yet, has been absolutely phenomenal. Okay. Now, the way midterms work is we just give grades. We don't give numbers because we don't like to rate them per se, because we have an official review skills for actual ratings. What we do is we give grades for the midterms, just to give you a thought of how it's looking or how we feel about the show so far this season. There's a lot of quality stuff this season, but we'll get into it a little bit shortly here on what we feel on the season. But before we do that, as we always do, let's start off with some of the listeners' stuff. And then we give grades based off of the stuff they have in their list as well. So let's do it, Tell.
All right.
How you feel about the season in general? Midway point so far. Let's talk generalities first between us.
Okay. So you might have heard already in the pre-show, welcome to the pre-show or show pre, that my personal opinion is that I think this season is great. I love this season of anime that I'm watching right now. One of the most enjoyable seasons I feel like I've had in a while, but here's the issue, is I feel like it's also the thinnest season I've had in a very long time. Yeah. And I feel like that has to contribute to the quality of the season, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
So yeah, that's my little foreshadowing there. How you feeling, brother?
Yeah, I feel the same. I feel like this season is shorter, but it stems from the fact that there's great stuff, and I mean top tier great stuff, including returning seasonal shows as well as new stuff. But the newer stuff, a lot of the new stuff we dropped or just didn't want to touch or only watch a little bit of it, and it just wasn't clicking for us for the most part. And we're going to get into that as the season go on. And I want to factor that into my overall grade, because if I don't, then this season will be a fucking A plus. But that's just not indicative of what I actually feel the season to be, with everything that we got, that we had and that we have now. So let's get into it. All right, let's start off with some of the listeners. We have the first person that gave us their midterm so far was Mazer Alter. Shout out to Mazer Alter. He says, my midterms are fairly generous because I am not watching much right now. But he gave it in numbers. I'm going to convert them to grades. But he gave Wistoria a 90, which is an A. Dames of a Shot Around A. Slime an A. Gals Can't Be Otaku an 80, which is a B, which is interesting. Kusanoki's Garden of Gods, he gave a C. Which had a Telliano, he gave a C. Farming Life season 2, a D, but he still enjoyed it. He says, everything I had started, I have dropped. Season as a whole, I think rates like a B or a B minus. There's a lot of that I haven't started, so mine's not very accurate to the season as a whole. But yeah, that's how I feel. That's how he feels.
And let's just take it in perspective. So that the anime he rated is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and everything else he dropped. Which for many of us, we normally are, like, mind you, Polow and I are normally watching between 20 to 30 anime every season. Mm-hmm. This season, how many are you watching, bro? It's
normally between like 25 to 35 for us, but I'm still relatively up there.
Yeah, I think I'm at 18 if we don't include things from last season.
21.
So let me see.
And I don't have anything from last season, so.
I have Scum of the Braves. But okay, I'm at 20 exactly if I take out Scum of the Braves.
Yeah, we normally bite 30 to 35.
Yeah, and that's a huge cut for us. So that's just to put into perspective. Like, it's Mazer.
Yeah, and I just want to say that and to put that into perspective, because I want to throw this in there now before I totally forget, that because I don't have much to watch, I started clearing out my set in stone list for my what we call it, backlog. The backlog set in stone list. So I started Misfit Demon King Academy Core 2. And I watched about 7 episodes of that this week. It's still as good as it's ever been. I fucking love that show. However, there's a lot of stuff a lot of context I'm slightly missing because I just don't remember it because it's been so long. Because it just picks up right where it left off. But I still love the show and all the characters in it. It's fantastic.
I feel like I remember where it left off relatively well. I could definitely be wrong. You know what I mean? But yeah, I agree. This is a perfect time to pick up some of those anime. So I will probably do that as well.
Mm-hmm. You can go to the next one.
Yeah, the next one who dropped their midterm.
TCB.
Oh my goodness, TCB. Let's go, brother. TCB. Spring 2026 overall score. Dr. Stone. Science Future Part 3, B-. Ascendance of Bookworm, Season 4, B-. With Story of Wand and Sword, Season 2, A-. Welcome to Demon School Rumakun, Season 4, Season Plus, or C+. Reborn as a Vending Machine, Season 3, C-, which is wild because I swear I thought that would have been an F for me, in my personal opinion.
Yeah, facts.
Mission Yozakura Family, Season 2, C-, which had Telliano, A-. Agents of the Four Seasons, B-. Ramparts of Ice, B. Akane Banashi, C+. Nippon Sangoku, B. Demons of the Shadow Realm, B+. Mistress Kanan is Deviously Easy, B-. Klutzy Class Monitor and Girl with Short Skirt, C+. Wow. I feel like I didn't even notice that. I didn't even know that was playing this season. Oh my goodness. Yawa Sensei, C. Botan Kamina fully blossoms when drunk, B-. Oh my God. I need to pick up some anime you watching. I might change my opinion on this season. Gals Can't Be Kind to Otaku, B. Once again, in my opinion, very surprising. Kuranika, Second Prettiest Girl in Class, B-. I Want to End This Love Game, C-. Marriage Toxin, C. Curio Fan Club, C+. The Food Diary of Miss May, C+. Even a Replica Can Fall in Love, C+. Liar Game, D. Fair. The Warrior Princess and the Barbarian King, C. Dandelion, C. Scum of Brave, C. Scum of Brave is also from last season, but it's still continuing this season. Ichi Yoma Mankitsu Gurashi dropped. So you only dropped 1 this season. Let's go, TCB.
Yeah, a little bit of context there, I guess.
Yeah, Dandelion, the only one that's completed since it was full dropped and the drop show is dropped. Let's move on. LOL. It won't be the only one in like a week. Okay.
That one made me laugh.
Appreciate that.
But he says, wait, I forgot to give my mid-season. I gave it between a B or a B+ so far, he says.
Okay. And that's fair because if you look at his grades, everything is between a B or a C+.
Right.
And there's some A- and there's 1 D. So it has to be somewhere between like a B or C+ if we're being like as accurate as possible. Because you got 2 A's, everything's B+, C-, or
I call it a B-.
Yeah, I feel like a B-, B is like right. B- is probably the most accurate.
Yeah.
So yeah. Good shot.
Good list there. All right, let's go to Crystal. Crystal says, I almost forgot midterms. Hopefully it's not too late. No, you good. She says, sorry, I don't have my glasses, so I kind of got to squint and zoom in. So if I'm out of camera view for the YouTube viewers, sorry. But she says, with Story of Wand and Sword, A-. Even a Replica Can Fall in Love, A-. Pardon the Intrusion, I'm Home, B-. Classroom of the Elite, Season 4, B. ReZero, Star Life in Another World, Season 4, A-. Gals Can't Be Kind to Otaku, A+. Always a Catch, A-. Dr. Stone, Science Future Part 3, B+. The 100 Scenes of Awajima, B. Abar's Teenage New Game Plus, B+, A-. Oh yeah, I get it. Ramparts of Ice, A-. An observation log of my fiance who calls herself a villainess, B+. The Angel Next Door, Spoiled Me Rod, Season 2, A-. The Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime, Season 4, B+, A-. Botan Kanima, Fully Blossoms When Drunk, B-. Welcome to Demon School, Arumakun, Season 4, A+. I need to pick that series up as a whole because she loves that series. Agents of the Four Seasons, Dance with Spring 4 Seasons. I'm confused. B minus. I think that's a title there. Because Agents of the Four Seasons is only one season, right?
Yeah, but that's not. I don't think that's what she's saying. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, pretty good. Let's average her grade out. It's looking like, okay, to me, if I average this season out for her, to be like an A.
A minus, B plus, right?
Right. Yeah.
And
because there's nothing below a B.
She's cut all the fat from her list.
Yeah. True.
Ain't no fat remaining. Like, if this is a steak, ain't nothing left.
I don't think she factored in any of her drops, which I think her drops, she had a couple. A couple of weeks ago.
And I think this season has specifically made me want to factor in the drops more. I know we've talked about it before.
Me too.
But this season has maybe been like, oh, we definitely got to factor in drops.
Yeah, and normally we don't. But I don't think we've ever dropped as many as we have this season, you know?
Yeah.
So I think it's important.
TK, midterms. Overall great. He gave it a B. What TK said is Reincarnated Slime, season 4, B+. Restoria, season 2, A+. Ascendance of the Bookworm, season 4, B-. Akane Banashi, C. Demons in Shadow Realm, A-. Witch Hat Atelier, B-. Nippon Sangoku, B+. Snowball Earth, C+. So, like I said,
the real short list.
Real short list, but I'll say this. I feel like a B is accurate, but I also feel like just based off what I'm seeing here, a B+ could also be in the books for this.
Yeah.
But it's a very short list, but also a very concise and relatively decent list as well. Like Akane Banashi being the lowest on here, I think that means a lot.
Which is interesting.
It's amazing. Yeah, not that it's amazing, but I do think that like a C for that in comparison to everything else on this list, which I think everything on this list is relatively like hot watches this season, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think the only thing I would probably even switch one grade or two, but either way, great list.
And last but very certainly not least, our guy from YouTube, Rob Stone, Patreon producer, longtime Patreon producer. He says, so I'm going to combine my set in stone with my midterm grades as they are in order anyway, which again, he does his midterm grades and brilliantly. He does it in A, B, in whatever categories. You'll see. So for A, this is what he has in A, which had a Tellier. It's a damn beautiful show, and the kids are a little annoying, but I think that is intentional, and the plot is just starting to bubble up. Akane Bashi, I love the characters and always enjoy learning more about the world, a world's tradition. B+, I made friends with the second pretty girl in my class, my favorite of the romance shows. I am enjoying the pair as a couple more than the love triangle of gals. Demons of the Shadow Realm. It's the first new traditional shonen that has grabbed me in seasons. Couldn't agree with that more. Ramparts of Ice is B. Ramparts of Ice. I mirror Polow on this. It's not polar opposites, but it's still well told. Gals can be kind to otaku. I'm enjoying the show, but not quite as much as you guys. Agents of the Four Seasons and Marriage Toxin it seems that I'm in the minority, but I'm really enjoying both of these shows. Sometimes a show just clicks for you, I guess. B-, klutzy class monitor, just a light breezy comedy focused on romance with a cool aesthetic. C, not a C-. C, I want to end this love game. My sleeper continues to exist this season, but also continues to scrape by. And he says, solid season so far. I will be picking up Kill Blue this weekend, cricket permitting, because he plays cricket. I don't know. I'm just an American, so I don't know what the fuck cricket is. I know they use those.
You know what cricket is.
I do know what it is. They use those cool things, and it's cool. But I just don't understand what the hell is going on whenever I look at it. So
you hit the ball through the the like loop-de-doop.
That's what I think about it too. But it's fun. I love the way Rob Stone does his list. His list is funny because it is different, but I think his might be the most similar to mine. Maybe.
I'm looking at the list and listening to what Rob Stone just offered as well. I feel like the podcast family here has provided us with a B consensus for them.
Yeah.
I'm going to say this. I love that. I love that we as a community have the B consensus. But like I said, once again, I feel like I have to factor in my drops this season.
Let's do it. Starting off on our list. Let me start off with one that you're not watching. Or maybe you are. I think you are. Maybe you are. I Want to End This Love Game.
Yes.
For me, it's a D, brother.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Let me talk about this one. So I Want to End This Love Game is a show that most people dropped, and it is Rob Stone's sleeper, which I completely understand why he would pick it as sleeper, because it had the potential, looking at it as we do with every season. It's just, you could see the potential in which the show's, synopsis is, and the characters art, and even the trailer looks great. But for me personally, this has been the hardest show to watch that I haven't dropped, because of the simple factors. It takes me so long to get through an episode, because I just stop. In the middle of it sometimes, like at 8 minutes, I stop, and then I go do something else, or I go watch something else, or I go play with the dog, right? It doesn't hold my attention well. And then 15 minutes in, I stop again. I just play with the dog, go do something else, go watch something else. And then 20 minutes, I'm like, shit, let me just fucking knock it out. And then I finish it, and I'm not disappointed, but it takes me multiple sessions to finish one 23, no intro, 20-minute episode of this anime. And that says a lot. That just means it's hard to watch, really, for me personally. So it's a D for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna say everything Polow said is a fact. It is also like the last on my list to watch, even though it comes out relatively early in the week. I normally always watch this on Sunday.
I watch it though. Dude, it's easier if you watch it the day it come out and then just break it up into segments.
But hear me out. When I say this, I watch it on Sunday because I know I'm going to forget it otherwise.
Yeah, good point. Touché.
Like, there's certain shows where, like, and I'll even say this, sometimes shows are so bad that you'll still remember them. Mm-hmm. This one's just kind of forgettable sometimes.
Very much so.
Even though, like, I kind of feel like I still want to watch it.
Me too.
I still kind of enjoy some aspects of it. It's still relatively forgettable. Like, if I watch Witch Had a Telliano, which I'm not going to say is the best show this season, I still remember relatively what happened.
You're right.
If I watch something like, wow, The Strongest Job is apparently not a hero or a sage, but an appraiser. Why do I remember that one a little bit more? Which is kind of wild in my opinion. But there are some shows I just feel like they don't provide enough impact, or they're too similar to so many things that we've watched. Regardless of their enjoyability, they're too similar. Right.
This is one you're not watching, and I'm gonna just throw in here real quick. Even a Replicant Can Fall in Love. This one surprised me. This is actually really good. It's so much going on, and it's only on episode 5. Like, there is so much. Like, there's drama on drama on drama, and fucking existential crises in this motherfucker that you just be like, whoa, that's heavy. And it gets very, very heavy, very deep. And I think it's actually a really good show. I watch it, and I'm only watching it with Crystal. I think is the only person that's in our community that's watching it, and it's been very, very different, very drama filled, very heavy, but not in a gross, like, negligent kind of way. It's very, very, very good. But I give it a B. I think it's important that I throw that in there.
Yeah. I feel like I've been wanting to add that one to my list because you keep saying, not specifically you, but people and maybe it's just Crystal, you and Crystal. It makes me want to watch it. And the name itself, maybe I actually want to watch it, but I kind of just haven't jumped on that ball yet. One you're not watching that I am enjoying, My Ridiculous Reincarnation. It's not good.
Yeah, of course.
It's not good. I would say as a whole, it's probably like a D-.
Damn.
But it's ridiculous. It's what the show says. It is what the show says.
Apparently you can't look away.
Good. Ridiculous Reincarnation. It's not good. I wouldn't recommend it to anybody. I wouldn't recommend it to Polow. I wouldn't recommend it to my kids. But it does have like it's literally that show. And mind you, we talked about this last season with the slop.
Yeah.
It plays so heavily on making fun of the slop that I kind of like. I appreciate the fact that it's picking on it. It's picking on the narrative. It's picking on the idea of what slop is.
Of how ridiculous these shows can be. It's like a satire.
And it's trying to push that to the limit. It's entirely that. It's like not Kevin Hart. It's like a Dave Chappelle joke.
Mm.
It pushes a good concept so far that it's like, dang, is that what it looks like when we enjoy this like this?
Yeah.
So yeah, I actually think it's hilarious, but I almost take it as like I'm not gonna say I take it as a documentary, but I almost take it as like documenting how ridiculous the genre can be.
In theory, then it's just like girlfriend, 100 girlfriends in that respect, then, right? How it's so ridiculous.
Yes, I would say that.
Yeah.
And I think what's funny about you mentioning 100 girlfriends is that 100 girlfriends is very good to you because you feel like it's doing probably exactly that, but it's also a genre you like, right?
Yep.
Whereas like I'm not beholden to that genre so much, romantic, right?
Yeah, slice of life trope.
But this genre is just like my shit.
Yeah,
it's my bag.
Very much
so true. I am drawn to this, even with its ridiculousness and its picking on and everything like that. So yeah, I while I think it's a D-, I do relatively enjoy it personally. I would never recommend it though. I probably wouldn't watch another anime from this group.
I'm gonna just keep going into the order we got. Is there any more that you're watching that I'm not? I think everything's pretty much the same, right? Because I got more than you.
Yeah, I would say. Are you watching Strongest Job is apparently not a hero or a sage?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm gonna get to that in list too.
Yeah, that's probably about it. Then that's the only thing I'm watching that you're not watching.
Okay. Then I'm gonna go in order of the shows we're both watching. Then, the Second Prettiest Girl in my class. This turned out to be surprisingly very, very, very good. Now, for me personally, I'm gonna give this one a B+ because I find it to be so endearing, so captivating, so unique in its storytelling and characters that this is one of the better ones this season easily. B+ is what I can give it though, because I'm just waiting for that little bit more, that just get over the hump, and progress forward even better. Like episode 5 was great. Episode 5 felt like the turning point. So episode 6 should be massive. So if I got a feeling if we watched episode 6 first before we did this midterm, it'll probably be higher than my B+ even, depending on what episode 6 is. But right now I'm gonna give it a B+. I love this show.
And that Second Prettiest Girl, right?
Yeah.
The B+ I think is right there. And that is because of where we are at the moment. This was a very mature and transformative moment for the conversation that we had for this show, right? Mm-hmm. This episode was in contingency in my personal opinion, for episode of the week, just because of how it delivered it. You know what I mean?
Yep, that's why I put that on.
Yeah, brother. It was a really good episode. Probably, depending on how the rest of the season goes, probably one of the easiest, most memorable episodes of this anime so far.
Yeah.
Yeah. B+ is very accurate, very on par for me.
For sure. Classroom of the Elite, 4th season, 2nd year, 1st semester is the full title. Mm-hmm. It's been fucking so good. It's so hard to like not give this a B as well. The only thing that I wish with this, and this is personal preference, and the only reason why I was getting a B and not an A, is I wish I was watching it dubbed. And the reason why I say that is because there's so much dialogue that you can miss. that is very important and pertinent to what happens and the reveal of what happens in this show a lot of the times. However, I still can keep up fine. I just feel like it's more entertaining when I'm not so pressed on making sure I don't miss anything in the dialogue, right?
Yeah.
So I enjoy it so much this season. It's been great, and I'm loving where it's going so far. I cannot wait to see what the fuck is about to happen during this game we're in right now. No spoilers.
So I agree with like the score, right? I disagree with the reasoning. My reasoning is like the pacing. This is a show that I feel like it always makes so much sense by the end.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I catch a lot of the what's going on, right? You know what I mean? And obviously I think the dub is always amazing when they finally release it or when we're actually caught up on the dub. Mm-hmm. I feel like this show, if it were a binge, is A, no matter what, right?
Yes.
Because and hear me out if this makes sense. I hope this makes sense. Some episodes might feel like a C just because of we're gathering information, we're waiting for the information to gather up and make sense. Yep. And then boom, episode down the line, 2 episodes down the line, 3 episodes down the line, it hit the neural synapses. And now it's like where we're supposed to be. Everything makes sense now, and it's overwhelmingly good. Yeah. Like it goes from like, okay, this is a good anime to it's overwhelmingly good. Yeah. Where some episodes I would even wish that I could rate it higher than a 10, in my opinion, right? Mm-hmm. And that's why I feel like it's hard to say like, I feel like yes, the season as of currently is like a B. Yeah. But I know by the end of the season, I'm like, man, that was one of the best seasons of anime I've watched this season. Facts. I'm going to give it an A minus. But right now, because it's still in the building process, I hate to say that it's a B, and I agree with you, but I know by the end of the season, it's going to be an A.
It's definitely, yeah. It reminds me of what My Hero turned out to be. Mind you, there's a couple of, having whole seasons that just feel terrible is terrible. It's not good. But I do while I do feel like there's a couple of seasons, probably 3 seasons that are absolute god awful of My Hero, the binge ability of My Hero is top tier. Like when you can binge My Hero, it feels 20 times better than watching it season by season, line by line, episode by episode. I say all that to say this is going to be like that. This is going to be one of those top 10 anime, even top 5 anime for a binge. Mm-hmm. Watching the whole thing through and seeing the way they break up. You can even see the way they break up arcs better when it's bingeable like that too. It's great. All right.
Yes.
ReZero, I'm gonna be quick. This season has been fucking phenomenal. It's just so much information that just opens the world up even more than ReZero already does. ReZero season 4 has been nothing less than A+. And that's my bias speaking, but ask me if I give a fuck. I don't. It's an A+, easily.
I don't think you're biased. I think that when it comes to ReZero, all you see is facts. Yeah. This show will never result in anything other than an A+ for me. And I hate to say it. I know people are going to say it's biased. Hear me out when I say this. The effort that goes into just the ability to break down what's happening in an episode, got to give you an A+. You know what I mean? If we could probably spend a whole podcast episode breaking down what happened in a specific episode of ReZero. Yep. And that is why I love ReZero. We could spend an entire episode just breaking that down. If we went line for line, bar for bar, context for context, situation for situation, and it would be a fully enticing, full dialogued episode of Mic Check Waifu. Facts. So in my opinion, it's very hard to say that I'm being biased because ReZero is just that. I feel like they've written it so far in advance. They've thought it out so far in advance that there's no way. I'm not gaslighting you by saying this show is amazing. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. It's an A+ in my opinion. I don't care what you say.
Damn. Okay. Easy. All right, moving on. Gals Can't Be Kind to Otaku. This for me is the best show of the season, the best new show of the season so far. This has captivated my eyes for the art, captivated my ears for the sound and the voice acting, and captivated my heart for the characters. It's phenomenal. It's an A. Easy.
Forget everything Polow said. The characters are enough for me.
Yeah.
I really enjoy just watching these characters do what they're going to do. This most recent episode, brother.
Oh, so good.
Come on, man. Oh my God. It was actually so fun. And yet they keep it grounded in a sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cause let's be real. Like, no, the situation is grounded for somebody. Right?
Mm-hmm.
But this feels so like almost relatable, where it's like, hey, I'm just being a big brother. Hey, I'm just being relevant in this moment. This is what I'm seeing. This is what's happening. The show itself just feels almost like I'm watching something that could be developmentally real.
Yeah. Great.
And it's actually just very simple because, like, obviously, if you're listening to my Check Waifu, you might be an otaku. This show is fun in that regard, but it also feels like a genuine growing moment every time I watch it.
I forgot to mention this one because I'm watching it and you're not, but Always a Catch. It's gradually been getting even better. So I love this most recent episode. I love her. It's a B minus. It's not perfect. It's not an A, but it's a B minus. It's higher than a C. It's higher than a C plus. So I feel like it's in a B minus territory. But I love the family dynamic that we just got in this most recent episode. It's been great. So moving on from that, Dr. Stone, Science Future Core 3. This one's rough for me because while I'm enjoying it, it's just the jumps are like so fucking drastic of everything that's going on. But I understand why they're doing it because we got to get this shit done. Let's get this shit going. And
that's exactly what I was thinking. Breakneck pace.
Yeah, breakneck pace. So I feel like it's a B minus as well.
This is borderline Fast and Furious, the anime.
It's just crazy. I'm like,
here's the thing.
But I like it. I enjoy it.
Is that like when I watch it, like I said, I think I've said this before. Currently, I am watching this, like I turn it on and my kids watch it with me. They're enjoying every second of this anime, and especially because it is dubbed. So it's easy for them to digest and watch along. And they're kind of relatively excited to watch it, right? Mm-hmm. My mind, I'm like, my goodness, this is going so fast. We're 6 months in the future. Or like we gotta be, right? You know what I mean?
Gotta go.
But my kids are like not thinking about pacing. They're not thinking about time. And I have to, as a third party, watch how they're enjoying it. They're not thinking about all the qualities I'm thinking about.
Right.
They love the show.
Yeah. What you got?
I think a B minus is right.
It's appropriate, yeah. All right. Ramparts of Ice. Ramparts of Ice is the Netflix joint. Nice dub. Great quality. I just think this is just an average show though. A C plus for me personally. I don't think it's anything unique or special yet in these 6 episodes. I really don't. It's not. The problem I have with it is that it doesn't offer me anything new, but what I do like is that it's just so average, you know? And I think a C plus is what I feel. It's exactly what I feel for it. In a season of quality slice of life, Second Prettiest Girl, Gals, yeah, this is C plus.
Oh my God.
Angel Next Door spoils me rotten too. It's just too much greatness. For an average show.
Oh my God, bro.
What you got? Let's keep moving.
B minus. I really enjoy this show. I love these characters, and I do understand where you're coming from. I just feel like they're growing. They're developing. Cool. I see what you're saying. I could see it being a C plus. C plus and B minus isn't that far apart. It's literally right there.
Yeah.
My goodness. I just feel like it's a show that I would be like, hey, cozy show. I recommend it. You should watch it. It's
recommendable.
better than average.
For sure. But it's not. I'm not going to.
But I know that you've watched more slice of life, so to you, this our viewpoint on this is different.
Yeah.
But I just think it's very cozy, very comfortable. But also, I love these characters, and I think they are above average. But like I said, our scale is different on this.
Yeah, the characters are more average than above, but the show itself, like as far as like the writing goes, is what makes it above average for me. But I digress. Petals of Reincarnation. I'm still watching it, obviously. A unique twist here recently. It's probably a C minus. You got?
Are you done?
Yeah. Did you drop it?
You done?
I'm
C minus as fuck.
Yeah.
Excuse my language. It is a very C minus show.
I don't recommend it.
I'm still very disappointed in the
idea,
the articulation of the characters.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's where they dropped the ball because that was their most promising premise.
Yep.
And it was like our MC is still mad decent, and by mad decent, I don't mean that in a good respect.
No. I don't even. Mad decent is.
Yeah, that's a compliment,
yeah,
right?
exactly. and we know it's not, but it is in this particular case because he's not great at all.
But it's like the strong point of the show. They let us down on that.
Yeah, facts. The idea of it was lacking. All right.
Yeah.
Bari's Teenage New Game Plus, which is my sleeper pick. 6 episodes in. This has been good. This has been better than Ramparts of Ice for me. This has been less than Second Prettiest Girl. So I give it a B.
Yeah, B plus is accurate for me. This is another show where I really enjoy the aspects of it in terms of like how we understand the characters. So yeah, B plus is where I'm at. I'm stuck between those two because this is like 85, 80, 89%, somewhere there, between there.
Right. Yeah, that's another reason why Ramparts got a C plus for me instead of a B, because I feel like this is more in lines of a B because it's above average for sure. But still not Gals or Second Prettiest Girl. Anyway, Angel Next Door spoiled me rotten. Easy A. I mean, this is the easiest A I've given this season besides ReZero, obviously, but A for me. I loved it. Love it.
A as fuck. This show is it just matured from the previous season.
Mm-hmm. Nothing but growth.
The previous season was good as hell.
Oh my God.
It was already an A. All they did was just get better and make us understand that high school students can be mature.
Yep.
Come on, brother.
And the most recent episode was great too. I loved everything about that most recent. Time I got reincarnated as a slime, season 4. We probably gonna sound crazy because I know we pretty much feel the same about this. This is spectacular. It keeps getting better for me personally too with this one, and it ain't shit going on to probably the layman. But to me, there's a lot going on. There's so much going on that I just love it so much, and I give it an A.
Rimuru be cooking, but this little I can manipulate people character, I kind of like her too.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm scared of her.
Yeah, I would be too.
The show makes me feel so much emotion just watching it, and to everybody else, I know there's nothing going on, but the governmental issues, how we're handling things, and then I'm looking at how they're going to write this story for Rimuru and how he's like going to react to what's going on. I'm like, yo, is Rimuru playing into her hand? But he's also like, I can't do this. Yeah, I can't abide by these rules. I love this show, and I know like Polow said, many people are gonna be like, whatever, what's going on? Nothing important has even happened. Everything has been important, in my opinion.
Yeah,
everything has been important. So yeah, I treat this show almost like Overlord, where there's no moment in this show that is like
wasted,
not pivotal.
Exactly,
everything is pivotal or important.
Yeah. All right, moving on. Kill Blue. Kill Blue for me. This most recent episode brought me down a little bit.
Yeah.
And yeah, because sorry, what I mean by most recent episode, because I'm behind. I'm only watching it dubbed. I'm not fucking watching that subbed. I just can't do it. So I'm on episode 4 technically. Mm-hmm. So keep that in mind. Are you as well?
No, I'm past that.
Okay. Episode 4, which is the most recent episode for me, brought it down for me only because it's dude. This show to me personally was a B plus. But this most recent episode, and I'm not sure how the rest of it is. Again, I'm only talking about episode 4. Has brought it down to like a C. Just completely middling. And the reason why, while I still love Kill Blue and I still recommend it, I recommend everybody pick up Kill Blue. I think it's really, 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 really good. Just wait for the dub though. I digress. The point that I'm making is that what Kill Blue needs to do and what I feel it should do is be more serious. The most episode for me, episode 4, was so unserious that it took me out of it. Because imagine this, slight spoilers for episode 4. Imagine the situation is the same situation that happens. So somebody new comes to the school and they're supposed to try to win the heart of the girl so they can get access to this drug. Okay. What if, the key of it was both of them doing serious combative fights in the school while maintaining secrecy for every class member, every classmate. How fucking cool that would be compared to this bullshit ass, I got to stick a pacifier in your mouth to win. And everybody just sees them running all over the place. And it turns into a Looney Tune show. And it's just not good. I don't find that to be, I didn't find this most recent episode to be good. Again, episode 4. So I'm a little concerned about it losing its seriousness because it was very serious for the most part. So it went from a B+ down to a C just based off of one episode, but that can change quickly. And I still, again, recommend it wholeheartedly. Definitely watch it.
So I think that Polow's gonna be disappointed with the next episode.
Oh shit.
Hear me out, brother. I watched this most recent episode and I felt like I was watching Blue Lock. Not because of the animation, but because of what we were doing. I feel like the aspects of the show that I was really enjoying went almost out the window because our main character, he still maintains who he is. I think he's a great character.
Great character. He's phenomenal.
Everything else in this most recent episode, because I was with you for that episode. If I was an episode with you, I would agree.
Yeah.
Most recent episode, I feel like C-. And if it continues down this road, it's going to be a D/drop.
Oh. That hurts.
I hate that. I hate to say it.
Because it's so good.
Right now, I feel C- / continuation equals drop. By episode, what were we at? Episode 5, 6? Episode 5?
Episode 6 is coming out.
Oh, we're episode 5. In 2 episodes, if this continues with the progression that it's had, it's easily dropped. I'm done.
All right. Let's try to speed it up a little bit here.
All right, my bad.
Demons of the Shadow Realm. This is easily great show. Fantastic show. Love the characters. Love the art. Love everything about it. I want the dub to come back though. No
disagreement.
Yeah, the second strongest job apparently is not a hero or a sage, but a provisional. This is a D.
Yeah,
but it's a D I enjoy.
Yeah, I'm giving it a D+ because it's like it's garbage, but it's like it's enjoyable garbage.
It's so bad. I don't recommend it, but I love it. I don't know why. Anyway, Akane Bashi. For me, this is a C+. This is above average for sure. It does get a little overzealous sometimes where it just feels like the same motion over and over and over. But I enjoy the characters. I really do. I really do like them a lot. So
the things I love about the show continue. The issues are that like it can become stagnated.
Yes.
But the show itself, for what it is amazing.
Great.
But it's like it's very C+ energy.
Yeah. All right. Why not Astoria? This is an A.
A as fuck.
A as fuck. As a matter of fact, A+. This is up there with ReZero.
Yeah,
I love this shit.
It had a great season. It's even better already than the first season, in my opinion.
Well, yeah, easily. Honestly, it's not even close. I'm loving it. All right. Nippon Sangoku, Tail Sleeper. After the audible we pulled. This for me, this is a B. I love this show. It keeps getting better every week. This can easily go up to an A if it continues on this pace. And I found a new site to watch it on. So if you don't have Amazon Prime and you don't want to go there, the pirate says anime, and then they for some reason put a dot and then Nexus. So if you need help finding a place to go, no. And then when you gotta sell the seas, there's this island called Anime, and there's like it's shaped like a dot, and there's a Nexus Island next to it.
Mm-hmm.
So anime.nexus. Yeah.
I was giving it a B plus in my opinion. It in my opinion just has gotten significantly better, but yeah, I think we agree. It's B territory in general.
Yeah. One I forgot to mention that I'm watching that you're not, Farmer Life in Another World 2. Still great. B minus here for me personally. I enjoy it.
I have it on my list. I just haven't watched it yet.
I love it. It's a great season. Which had a Tellier. That's where we may differ.
Yeah, we're gonna differ on this one for sure.
I'll let you go first.
I love how it looks. I'm giving it a C plus.
Wow, we aren't going to differ. That's exactly what I have. I thought you was going to be in the realm of A minus or some shit. That's exactly.
Why the hell would I do that?
C plus is exactly where I was going as well. That's so funny.
Where I said C plus.
Yeah, that's what I said. C plus.
Okay.
Exactly
I'm watching
the
same show as you, bro. Like, I like moments in the show.
It's so pretty.
And I think the first two episodes were like perfect direction.
Oh, beautiful. The direction
right now.
The direction is still not the problem. I don't think it's the direction. It's the execution of characterization that I feel is so weird. It just feels off, and I don't know, something about the girls.
Okay, and that could
off.
be the issue where I'm saying direction, but I think we're on the same page when I say that. Is that like essentially, yes, the way that these characters are moving the show, I'm just like, a guy should be better than this, in my opinion. Coco and everybody else should be
growing a little bit at least. Yeah,
they should be growing. There's been time spent. Learning should have occurred, and I'm feeling like, okay, maybe next season.
Yeah.
Maybe next season we get a B.
Yeah.
I feel like a C as hell show right now. Like C plus right now
C
might
plus,
even
definitely.
be a C if it keeps going in this direction by the end of the season. I'm not saying it's bad. I definitely think it's enjoyable.
But it is amongst the lower. Yeah. Facts. Which I think we're going to be crucified for that. But I mean, it is what it is.
I'm glad you agree with me because I thought I was going to be.
Dog, I let you go first because I thought I was going to be the one that had to explain my way out of that. But yeah, no, it's definitely a C plus, and that's still great. That's still good. Okay, so damn, till we ain't even write down the grades and the notes. So we got.
Oh my god, I'm sorry, brother.
We got to wing what we think. What we try to remember what we gave everything and go from there. So if I
got an idea.
So before we get to that though, let's talk about everything that we dropped. Not everything that we dropped because we dropped so much, but there's just so much that we dropped that I feel that has to factor into this. How do we even do that? I guess we can go to your profile here on AniList and then look
I was literally about to do that. Can we go to the seasons and then drop?
Yeah. So you could hit
season. This is spring. Okay.
I guess it'll be the shows that we got in red here.
All right, Marriage Toxin. I'm giving that an F.
Yeah, Marriage Toxin was rough. It's not good. Yeah, so Marriage Toxin, that's a perfect one. I couldn't finish the first episode, so that's a F. Barbaric.
Mistress Nine is devilishly easy. Are you watching that one?
No, I'm not watching it anymore.
Super duper D.
That's
D minus.
D minus for sure. No, that's cap because I enjoyed it much more than a D. I just don't care to watch it anymore. So I'm gonna go with a D.
All right.
D plus.
Liar Game.
F.
That's Hear me out when I say this though, because I completely agree with F. I might even go F minus. I for some reason like I want to watch the show just to see how bad it is.
That's
but
a waste
it's
of time.
garbage.
You got a backlog you can use.
I know it's a waste of time, but I hate the show.
Agents of the Four Seasons for me is a trauma dumpy, beautiful, yet don't care mess of a show for me personally. I just think it's just not that. I only watched one episode, so take this with a fucking the grainiest of salts. That one episode was awful. I don't care about none of the characters. I don't care to go back to watch none of the characters, but it did look good. For me, it's a D. Don't care.
Yeah. The Classroom of the Black Cat and Witch.
It's weird you gave it even that much of a chance. But go ahead.
I gave it a couple episodes.
Yeah.
FSL. Always a catch. I don't like the show, but Polo is currently watching it.
Yeah.
I'm saying like a D ass show, but
It's
I
better
didn't
than
like
that.
it. I couldn't get past it though.
Yeah, but
That's my thing.
It's shoujo is just not your shit. You got to be very, very good shoujo for you to enjoy it, I think. Oh, no, not that I think, it's been factually proven by the consistency of your takes when it comes to those certain shows.
Did you watch Mao? You didn't watch Mao at all.
Hell no.
First episode was Inuyasha reincarnated. It's not good, in my opinion. Some people might like it. I don't like it.
Yeah, the Warrior Princess and the Barbarian King. The D. It's pretty. It lasted long enough to get a D. It has a D in any list as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with that.
What did you give Mao? Sorry.
F. Aaron and Southpaw.
Oh my God, I forgot we even watched that. Holy shit, F.
What's loaded in F?
That shit was awful.
That's my least favorite sleeper. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, that shit was terrible. Curio Fan Club F. It has an F on any list as well for obvious reasons. And I think that's it. Except for me, anyway.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Cool. All right.
Oh, the drink of God or something like that.
Yeah.
Also an F.
So now with that out of the way, while trying to factor in everything that we get it, we are running a little long, so I still gotta edit this tonight. But to factor in the drops as well, it seems like to me personally, this goes down to like a C plus, unfortunately, which hurts. But we got a lot of F's and D's for the ones that we dropped.
Yeah, actually, and I was thinking about it. Yeah, if you factor in, because I literally just put a score based on what I thought about our shows we were just watching. I didn't factor in the shows that we dropped. Because I think I actually dropped more shows than that, but I'm not sure because I watched like at least episode ones of more shows than that.
So was it fair to even give it that much weight, man? If we only watch 1s, 2s, or 3s, or 4, you know what I'm saying?
And that's why I was saying some things I should watch, but also some shows were just so bad.
Yeah.
That I feel like the weight is applicable.
Yeah, it has to be, right? Because this is the season as in its entirety. Oof. And
anime producers, creators know of the 3-episode rule.
Right.
They know that we're putting investment into at least that to want to be enticed and tied in.
Absolutely.
And let's be fair. I think even outside of anime, show producers know of a 3-episode rule.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's universal, I think.
So I feel like I'm giving the season as a whole a C.
Yeah.
Because it's super heavily weighted. Like, it's a season with ReZero in it. I want to give the season an A just because I can watch ReZero by itself and I'm like, this season was great.
Yeah.
I
mean, Reincarnate has a slime.
Yeah. Let's be fair though.
I'm C plus.
If none of these reoccurring seasons were here, if we took all the reoccurring anime out, where would you be, bro?
Yeah.
Where would you be if you took all the reoccurring anime out?
Probably a D.
Yeah, like Akane Banashi, Kill Blue, Demons in the Shadow Realm, Girls Can't Be Kind to Otaku. Those are great shows. But where would you be if you took all the stuff we know is already good out? You, like you said, D plus, right? C minus. I don't think this season is that great. I think a C plus is high. Yeah. And I'm not trying to say nothing.
I'm still considered a C plus only for the simple fact is there's 2 A pluses. And A pluses is cream of the crap. Creme de la creme. You know what I'm saying? It's fucking.
What's those A pluses, bro?
ReZero and Wistoria.
Take the ReZero and Wistoria out.
Yeah, that mean that's
new anime this season.
They're
Take
here.
Wistoria.
You can't because they're here. Slime is an A, Damon's is A, so
yeah.
It's still a lot.
Demons in Shadow Realm, A. I agree with that.
So it's still capable, a very capable season, but C plus is where I would fall for sure.
Okay, I'm not trying to be the.
But you're right. No, you're right because it is a lot of lower stuff.
Yeah,
a lot. What was your overall score?
I gave it a C.
Okay. Now let's get to no mic check waifu.
Ooh. I got it pulled up. Are you rolling random number generator or me?
It's supposed to be you.
Okay, let's roll it. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. The number I have, 73.
Oh, what anime do you think has the best plot twists?
ReZero.
ReZero has some of the greatest plot twists ever of all time.
I feel like I want to give this more thought, but I feel like ReZero is such an easy pick.
Yeah, it is. Like you could think, plot twist wise, well, Ski didn't even come close. Besides, like maybe even Classroom of the Elite might be up there too.
No, I mean,
plot twist wise, yeah.
I'm gonna say this. What's the name of that? Steins Gate. And I hate to always say we come back to different stuff, but Steins Gate for me
have crazy plot twists. You're right,
and it could be because it specifically took me so long to get through it. But once we got to that point in Steins Gate, I felt like it was crazy.
I get chills. Yeah,
I'm gonna say I'm also just throw this in there. I know I always mention this, and we always mention this as a podcast. Made in Abyss threw me for a loop because I wasn't expecting to be as dark as it is, but it was.
But does that have plot twists though?
I don't know. That's what I was saying. That's why I don't know if it is, because I feel like the plot was always dark. I just wasn't expecting it.
Yeah.
Based off how it looked. I feel like ReZero is a very safe pick. I don't want to be safe though, but I feel like ReZero is a good answer at the moment.
Clean.
Clinad. After story.
No, hell yeah.
Because fuck that show.
What a plot twist that had.
Never again. Never again.
All right. Moving on and on and on. Now let's get to the review. I might check Waifu is pretty much known for the reviews, is what we kind of pride ourselves on, because we have a very unique review skill. In our review skill, we do rate 5 categories individually. We rate the 5 categories that we rate individually are animation, which is the art style, visual direction, scenery, overall viewing experience, sound design, the soundtrack composition, sound effects, and how well it led with it tied to the visuals. Pacing, the episode to episode strength and continuity, and how well the story developed, or in this particular case, since it's a movie, how well the story developed and unfolded as the series went on. Plot, which is the overall story and how well it was written and how well the story resonated with us, the viewer. And last but certainly not least, characters, the relatability, overall development and growth of the characters and how memorable they were in the series itself. So we rate those 5 categories using the 20-point scale, which is 1, 1.52, 2.53, etc. We take those individual scores, average them out to an overall score for each host, and then take those scores by each host and average it out to the official Mic Check Waifu scale in its entirety. So the movie we are reviewing this week, the midterms, is Maquia. What's the shit called again?
Maquia when the promised flower blooms.
There it is. So we are reviewing that tale. What did you think of Maquia? General thoughts.
I love what the concept is. And it was a beautiful explanation of what this could look like. What do you think, brother?
Yeah. Yeah. You're right. The concept, the idea of it, brilliant. I like the idea of it because you think about the idea of it, you can believe some of the situation that went on in it. It's the idea is there.
This is my brother. I ain't gonna lie to you. This is my brother right here.
However, the execution of what this movie is. This is a tough watch, man. This is the tough 2 hours, brother. I'm not gonna hold you.
Oh, this is my brother. I swear to God. This is my brother right here.
I've never been more bored in my life. And this is unfortunate. It's unfortunate. It's rated high from, people, but I don't. Let's get to it, man, shall we? Starting off.
Oh my God. Okay, let's go. We ain't never been on the same wavelength like this before. Let's go.
Animation. Tel, what did you think of the animation?
I actually think the animation was very good. In my opinion, it was probably one of the higher rated aspects of this show. There were some things I was disappointed in the animation because it is a movie quality animation. It looked very good, but I'll say like things like the foliage never moved, and I hate to say that was something. It was an artistic choice, but for a movie quality anime, why would you make the choice when almost everything moves like this? And then even sometimes background characters didn't move. Like even though it was very well, like it was brilliant in a sense of like things had a nice sharpness to it. It was dull intentionally when it was supposed to be intentional. It was bright when it was supposed to be intentional. I think the animation was still good, but I don't think it was as good as it could have been for a movie. So I gave the animation a 9 out of 10.
Jesus Christ. It's very Ghibli adjacent. Not necessarily a Ghibli art style, but adjacent to it. I think the animation was a 7. It was fine. It was average as hell though. For a movie, I expect better. Like I got so much better animation out of other stuff. It was fine. It was fine. The art style isn't my favorite. If you're gonna go Ghibli. But yeah, it was a 7.
I love my brother. He is everything that like I was thinking it was actually a really good, and I was trying to be like okay nitpicky. I like that. I approve of that.
Sound design, soundtrack, composition, sound effects, and how well it tied to the visuals. For me, the soundtrack was probably better than the animations, but only slightly. So for me, I give the sound design a 7.5. I did like some of the music that tied along with the stuff, but
yeah, I think that I agree that the sound design it hits for in comparison to like a regular show. Yeah, I would say it's probably above the average of the show, but for a movie, I was sitting around a 7 out of 10. There was nothing that like I felt like I would add to my playlist. There was nothing I felt like I would forever remember. But did it fit and resonate with the show? Did it drive forward with the show needed? Yeah. The voice acting I thought was solid.
Yeah.
I watched the dub. You watched the dub, I imagine, right?
For sure.
I felt like there were some voice actors who were a little flat.
Yeah.
And then others were like just better. As goodness gracious, and this I hope this doesn't say what I think about the characters as much, but as our character grew up, Ariel, as he grew up, his voice actors became a little bit more dynamic, but he also he was so mopey for a majority of the show that I just didn't like his voice actor much in any of those age demographics, and I just felt like he was okay as hell.
All right. Let's move on. Pacing, episode to episode strength, continuity, and how well the story developed and unfolded as the series went on. How did you feel about the pacing?
I hated the pacing. The pacing was probably my least favorite part of it, because I felt like the show needed an anime, not a movie. It would have done better with more time spent with these characters, where I would have enjoyed them more. The movie. The movie got in the way of what the show, or what it could have been, or what a show could have developed, and how we would have felt about these characters. So the pacing, I feel, was like a 6 out of 10 in my opinion. It was not good. We jumped every 5 minutes is what it felt like, and I understand what they were trying to do. It just didn't relay well in the grand scheme of things.
I feel like the pacing was the best it could be for a 2-hour movie. Mm-hmm. And by that being, everything you said is relatively true, but I think they executed that part well. Everything else I feel about it is a part of a different category, so I'm not going to get into that. But I think the pacing was executed as well as it could have been, so I gave the pacing a 7. All right, and moving on. Let me see here. Sorry, there's a lot of tabs I got to switch between. All right, plot. The overall story and how well it was written and how well it resonated with us as the viewer, I did not care at all. No, the plot, the idea of the plot was cool. Let me tell you what I loved. I love the idea of this race of people who are stuck somewhere else, and for some reason they live longer than everybody else. I love that aspect of it. And then when they get invaded by a empire that wants that ability for themselves, so what they do is they kidnap one of the girls and move them down to the empire to then to essentially breed and try to mix DNA so they can then last longer than everybody else, to try to get that ability. The idea of that plot is there. The execution of that plot falls so flat that it hurts. It hurts because the idea was right there. So because it was executed so poorly, and I think it was because it was just weirdly paced, but again, they did the best they could within the 2-hour span. I think that the plot suffered because of it. So I gave the plot a 6.5. But it hurt. It hurt because it's the idea of it was really cool and it could have been something special.
The reason the idea of this is really cool is because we see a direct correlation to it. And I thought about this when I watched the show. Frieren is literally a direct correlation to what it feels like to live forever and no one else does. But Frieren does it so much executes it so much better, and we don't feel like we're missing out on so much.
Yeah.
And it's also because Frieren is a show. I get it, but that's the reason why this movie feels so disjointed. You can't deliver the idea of an infinite lifespan and making others feel infinitesimal or small in this lifespan in this amount of time, if that makes sense. It felt disjointed almost as much as the pacing. I felt like the plot was more consistent than the pacing. It just felt more disjointed. It just felt disjointed because of how we were trying to reconcile with the idea of these people living almost infinitely and everyone else around them dying or not living as long. I felt it still because I could understand the love that you would feel like as a parent and watching your child grow up. My mind can go to that, right? But I can't articulate the idea of how disjointed it feels because of how this plot just breaks up between all these different moments and things like that. I almost feel like they could have taken some of these aspects of the story out and refined it a bit.
What'd you give it?
6.5 out of 10.
Alrighty. And then characters. Characters, relatability, overall development, and growth of the characters and how memorable they were.
The characters were super duper okay. I don't feel like they grew. Yes, there was some growth in terms of understanding the initial story told in the beginning. But that wasn't enough to reconcile what we got through the entirety of the movie. So I give that a 7 out of 10 just because I felt like I could relate to the story with the characters. Like I could relate to how the characters felt, but the overall characters themselves, they weren't dynamic enough. They weren't dynamic enough.
And there was one likable character. The rest was terrible. I didn't care about nobody else. I didn't care about anything that they had going on. I wasn't remotely emotionally attached to anyone other than Maquia. But even she was panned dry to me personally. The character's a 6. I think it's probably the weakest part of the entire series to me personally. And that's what, again, the plot carried this for me personally. But it wasn't a good movie in my opinion. I'm gonna be honest with you. It was 2 hours where I felt like I wanted to watch it in 4 times speed.
Wow.
And I
didn't
hate
even do that.
Yeah, and I wanted to. I would never do it, but that's just what I felt about it. I just wanted to like, all right, hurry up, get this over with, because it didn't feel good to watch. I didn't have a good time watching this movie. Okay, so overall, the animation, I gave it a 7. Till gave it a 9. Sound design, I gave it a 7.5. Till gave it a 7. Pacing, I gave it a 7. Till gave it a 6. Plot, I gave it a 6.5. Till gave it a 6.5. Characters, I gave it a 6. Till gave it a 7, which makes my overall score, Polow, 6.8, which makes Till overall score 7.1, which makes the overall score for Maquia, the flower that blooms in whatever the fuck is forgettable. It is a 6.95.
Oh my goodness. Mind you, I thought I was being harsh on this show. I genuinely just thought this was like, I would have rather watched something else. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah. Let me just make this clear. While I didn't enjoy it, however, I am glad I watched it. Let me just make that clear. I'm glad I watched it because it is very much very much a different show. Very much a unique movie. And I'm glad TK recommended it. It made this week easier to just pick up a movie and watch it and review it. Thank you. Keep recommending stuff though. I don't want this to stray away from anybody recommending things to us. Keep recommending stuff to us. There's a spot in our Discord, discord.mycheckwifewaifu, where you can drop shows you want us to watch. But yeah, I'm glad I watched it, albeit it wasn't great. Which makes Maquia a show that is probably one of the lowest rated shows we've had. It's not lower than Ordinary on the Sky, which is funny because I enjoyed that show way more than I enjoyed watching Maquia.
And that could be because of my I didn't think the animation was that bad, but yeah.
Hey, no, that's fine. It's what you thought. So 6.95 puts it at 45, which is in between Banana Fish, which Banana Fish is above that. Maquia is below that, and then Ordinary in the Sky is below that. So, wow, interesting.
Yeah, I hate to say, the concept was great.
Yeah, the idea, man, was right there.
I feel like very relatable, but no.
No, indeed.
But yeah, on the better news, ReZero had a great episode this week.
That is a fact. That is an absolute fact. But with that, no spoilers this week. We're going to pick back up on a regularly scheduled program next week. I'm at Polow Born Flying on social media.
I'm at King Telliano on social media.
Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, both our gaming YouTube and our podcast. YouTube.com/@MikeCheckWifeWaifu and YouTube.com/@RespectGame, RESPEC. And as always, Mike check.
RESPEC.
You're now tuned into Mike Check Waifu Waifu. Is that you? Is that you? Is that you? Is that you? Is that